Hey guys, this is Chief Webb. I'm going to try to help you do a VLOOKUP on your ESR and then also show you how I calculate whether we have all parts on hand or not. And so here's a snapshot of my ESR. As you can see, I have the owner added to my ESR, and right here you'll see that the UIC column is blank. So sometimes you'll pull your ESR and there's nothing in the UIC column. So make sure you have the owner column added on your variant when you pull your ESR. So the first thing I'll do is I'm going to cut this down. So it says UIC and it has PB on the end. And so I'm going to reduce this down to a 5-digit UIC and figure out who actually owns this property and put in a name. And I have the G4 VLOOKUP tools. And so I have a UIC VLOOKUP. It has all the UIC. So we have a 6-digit, which will give you the specific company and whether it's a derivative. 5-digit, where you'll cut off the last digit, where the 0 or D will cut that off and it'll just be alpha company. So it won't matter if the property is on a regular UIC or derivative UIC. And the 4-digit is obviously the battalion UIC. So that'll help us narrow things down. So these are the two documents that I have up. So I'm gonna go back to my ESR. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert some columns here. So insert a column there, use an F4 key to enter those. And then I'm going to cut this property book column down to the 5-digit UIC. So you go up here to data and then text to columns, hit that, fixed width. You go next, and it'll allow you to put in a little line right there. You see that line? And it's going to cut that off. So it's going to push everything on the right side of the line to the column to the right, and then this will be what remains. And so we're going to do that so I can get down to a 5-digit UIC. And I'm going to say I want it to be text and finish. And so it says there's already data there, no problem. Say OK. And now it just cut that. It had the property book and cut it in half. And so I don't need this anymore. So I'm just going to, I'm actually just going to delete everything that's in that column. And so I want it because I'm going to go in here and add the company, the battalion, company, and I'm doing this with one hand, so bear with me, battalion and the brigade to this. And so what I'm going to ask Excel to do, so now I've added some columns there for company, battalion, and brigade. And what I'm going to ask Excel to do is say, hey, Excel, look for this UIC on that VLOOKUP and bring me what the real name is. So go up here to your functions key, select VLOOKUP. If you don't have it already in your recent use, you just search VLOOKUP up here, say okay, it'll find it, and then you select it. Say okay, so the value lookup, lookup value, what it says, that's basically what do you want me to look up is what Excel is saying. So you highlight all of column A. See my black, my mouse turn, the arrow turned black, highlight that whole thing. And then it's basically, the next thing is table array. Well, that's basically where. So go down here to that G4 VLOOKUP. And it reads left to right. So we have a 5-digit UIC. So we're going to start the 5-digit and we're going to drag over. You see, I got company merge and split. And then you see that number right there where it says 6 Charlie? That's the 6th column that you highlighted. So you're going to put in there whatever that number is, however it works out for you. So I'm going to put the number 6 in there. And if you want an exact match, you always have to put in the word false. F-A-L-S-E. And so that's what it looks like. So I want to look up column A, the place, 6 column false. You say okay. And now it brought me back that's Bravo Company 1505. Okay, when you go down here, instead of saying copy paste, you just go in here and change your mouse to that little black cross point, double click. It's going to apply that formula all the way down your ESR. So this is the division ESR. And so there's I don't know, 6,000 rows of data. So it's pretty quick. And so I'm gonna do the same thing for the battalion, and I'll walk you through it again. So function, VLOOKUP is the function we want to do. What, again, is that 5-digit UIC. Where, the async G4 VLOOKUP tools, we're gonna start with the 5-digit. So Excel reads left to right. And this is what you started with. So start there. And now we want the battalion. So you see that number is now 4 Charlie because that's what we want it to bring back, is what is in column 4. So, hey, Excel, look down the 5-digit UIC column. If you see it, bring me back what's in the fourth column, which is going to say 127 BEB in this particular instance. And so put in the number 4, the word false, hit OK. And then again, we're going to change that cursor, lower right hand corner, double click, bam, got all my units in there. So now it's going to be in plain English and we can email this out and it'll make sense to somebody. So I'm going to breeze through these other ones real quick and then we'll be right back here in a second. 5-digit, brigade, 3, and false. Boom, bam. That's it. So, hey, now we've added a company, battalion, and brigade, so now we know. So one thing you need to be aware of is that what's in this cell is you see in the words, but it's reading what was in that cell. So you want to go in here and highlight all those VLOOKUPs, go up here and copy it. See, copy, and then paste the values. And so now it used to say the formula, but now you see up there, now it doesn't have that formula, it has the real words in there. And so that's what you want. So it's not referencing those cells in the future. Okay, so I hope that helps. And I'll follow up here in another video on how to do the all parts on hand on the same ESR. Be right back.